Shikusa. That's Shikusa Boston. The group photo. As we do the group photo, St. Cecilia Girls, St. Augustine, St. Bonaventure, St. John, Kilimambogo, St. Austin, Starehe Girls. In that order, please. St. Bonaventure, St. Bonaventure, Kaheti Boys, St. John's Kilimambogo, TTC, St. John's Kilimambogo, TTC, St. Austin Academy, just stand here. Then Starehe, good. St. Austin Academy, and last in that cluster, Starehe Girls School, Your Excellency. After that, we'll have the group photo. Then we'll have Kenya High School, Thika Technical, Tomotomo, Timbila Boys, University of Eldoret, and USIU. Group photo. The group photo for that, kindly. Then we go to the last cohort, or the last cluster. The last cluster, Your Excellency, the Kenya High School. AKA Boma. I think they prefer Boma to Kenya High School, eh? Boma Mpo. Boma Mpo. Thika Technical Training Institute is next. Tomotomo Girls, Timbila, University of Eldoret, followed by Sagana Technical, let's do a group photo first for that group. I'll just do them as they come in. All right, thank you, Your Excellency. Starting us off is Sagana Technical. Followed by Peponi. Welcome. Come. What school? St. Francis? Followed by St. Francis Mangu. Then Kaimosi Friends University. Can we have the individuals now? Individuals of we'll now move to the individual awards. Judith Okanda, Maeke. So the next is heads of institutions, Your Excellency. And we have Judith Okanda, George Odera, Francis Mutunga, Eunice Maeke, Jacinta Mukonzo, Ben Ouma. Where are they? If we can start with the heads of institutions, starting with Judith Okanda. No. George Odera. Okay. Francis Mutunga Mutua, Chief Principal. Dr. Jacinta Mukonzo, Principal, KMTC Mombasa. Just bring them and give me the name. What's your name? George Odera, Senior Superintendent of Prisons, Shikusa, Bostol Institution. Next is Judith Okanda, Professor Isaac, Professor Henry Kiptoni, Wycliffe Wafula, Veronica Mwai. Wherever you are, please make progress. All right, let's have the group photo. Professor Kiplagat. Leaders, teachers who sponsored and mentored: Tabitha Shisia, Elson Mkonje, Joseph Ndambuki, Boniface Ndelewa Mboya. Let me repeat that. Tabitha Shisia, Elson Mkonje, Joseph Ndambuki, Boniface Ndelewa Mboya, followed by Molo, Florence Atieno, George Kenywa. Who do we have? Mukonje is here. So let's just proceed. Your Tabitha. And Joseph Ndambuki. Joseph Ndambuki. Boniface Ndelewa. Boniface Ndelewa should be followed by Dr. Ambuchi John. Wait. Boniface Ndelewa, followed by Dr. Ambuchi John, followed by Joseph Omolo, Florence Atieno. Dr. Ambuchi John, Joseph Omolo, Florence Atieno, George Kenywa, David Cheriot Lagat, Lucy Wamboi Gitonga, Esther Nyambura. David. Who, if we can do a group photo after that. We'll do that later. We'll do later. After which we are going to go to volunteers, and we'll start with Paul Furaha, Shalon Gugi, Charles Obinja, Simon Prakam, Tieno, Edwin Mangut, Bernard Oyego Magangi, Alvan Buibo, Nelson Thuku, Dennis Shiwami, Rosaline Wamboi, and Rosa Tieno. Excellency, these are volunteers who have come back to the program to mentor and help those who are going through the Kimathi. Oh, Shalon. I'm not sure if it's a spelling error. It's Sharon, but it's written Shalon. In my defense. Then Charles Obinga. Yeah. Simon Ndinia. Simon Ndinia. Followed by Rogers Nzaka Matano. Rogers. Followed by Lilian Atieno. Lilian Atieno. Edwin Magut. Then allow us to do a group photo because of the numbers. Then we'll proceed after that. A group photo after that. So, Bernard, Alvin Wibo, Nelson, Dennis, Rosalind, Rosatiel. Followed by Alvin Buibo Omore. Proceed. Alvin. Nelson Thuku. Dennis. Followed by Vivian Kinya. Followed by Vivian Kinya. That's Vivian Kinya. Followed by Kelvin Mongai. Kelvin Mongai Moria is next. Kelvin Mongai Moria is next. Followed by Joseph Ishieri. Joseph Ishieri. Followed by Ian Kimathi. Ian Kimathi. Followed by Geoffrey Kenywa. Followed by Geoffrey Kenywa. After that, we'll do the last group photo. The group photo. Your Excellency, that brings us to the end of this session. So I'll request that we all be upstanding. We'll finish with the national anthem. The board, let's take our seats briefly so that the cameraman can get this. Sorry, let's take our... Thank you, Your Excellency. That brings us to the end of this session. I'll request that we all be upstanding. We'll finish with the national anthem, the Kenyan national anthem, the anthem. Thank you, Your Excellency. That brings us to the end of this session. We'll allow His Excellency to depart at his own